Good afternoon and welcome to a connected community here at Beach House Center for Recovery Studios. I'm Micah Robbins. I'm the Director of Special Projects for the Palm Beach County Substance Awareness Coalition, and for those that know me around here, facilitator to the planet, I guess. But today we have two very special guests returning to the studio, Dr. Phil Schwerin. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Chiropractor right here at Beach House, as well as the founder, creator, and owner, CEO, charge d'affaires, and everything else of Basis, right?
Yes.
The
Basis
new
medical center
in Delray.
That's correct.
Awesome. And with you, your daughter, Lauren.
Yes.
Schwerin, welcome.
Hi.
Flew in from California just to be with us today. That expense budget, it just keeps going up and up and up. But this show is really a carryover. Dr. Phil was with us just a couple months ago,
yes,
if that, and we were talking about a number of different things, but the topic of nutrition and exercise and recovery came up, and it's such a critical component of this that putting some dedicated time to it was so very important. So welcome to you both, and two experts in the field, especially in the exercise component and then nutrition component. Like how you did that, you take this part, I'll take this part.
Right.
I need practice in both. So welcome. Dr. Phil, first of all, tell us a little bit about, there's a lot of work going on right now, especially in the fitness field, and what it's been doing to the GABA receptors and sort of the science behind how effective exercise is with recovery.
Yes, it is very, very important. So everybody knows that fitness is good for your body, for your musculoskeletal system and for your cardiovascular system. But what's the new thing that's really got a lot of studies that are being attributed is the benefits of exercise for your brain, and especially in early recovery, because when you're in the midst of addiction and alcohol abuse, the neurotransmitters of feel-good, neurotransmitters and things in your brain are really depleted. And so with exercise, it's a great way to increase those. And specifically what Mike was talking about, there's a neurotransmitter called GABA, which simply put, with addiction, it's greatly reduced, and with exercise, it's greatly increased. So exercise is a really easy way and safe way to increase that feel-good neurotransmitter.
And it's an interesting thing, because on the prevention side of things, we've seen an increase in gabapentin abuse, which is designed to stimulate those neurotransmitters. Except people use it, in excess to bring almost a euphoric feel because it numbs all those neurotransmitters. So,
yes,
that's not necessary.
Right, you're right.
It's created right here, and that's sort of. It's just the timing's incredible because we're seeing this sort of rise of another issue, but the solution to it is sitting in the chair right now, and that's pretty important too. So if someone's coming into recovery, what do you suggest for sort of a beginning workout regimen? Because like anybody that goes into a workout, sometimes you have bigger ideas than what the body's ready for. Yes. What are some of the things you recommend?
Sure. Well, that's a good question, because a lot of people think you have to just, hit a gym really hard or CrossFit or something. And exercise can be so many things. It could be a long walk on a beach. It could be playing a sport that you like tennis, racquetball, football, and then of course exercise. Staying in a gym, and it could be cardiovascular, more weight training. There's actually a lot of research that show that weight training done with lighter weight and quicker, less rest time between sets, it creates like a cardiovascular benefit. So, just starting somewhere, just doing something, getting off the couch, exercising, if it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and you want to probably strive for about an hour, probably 5 or 6 days a week.
Okay.
That's probably a really good way to get the physical benefit as well as the brain benefit that we're discussing.
I only have 5 or 6 hours to go. Perfect. That's Friday. Okay.
But
hey,
you got to start somewhere.
Dancing is included in working out.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Find something that you love to do, that you enjoy doing, and make that your workout.
Yes.
Speaking of enjoying, so see on the other side, eating is something I truly enjoy.
Don't we all?
Yes, but nutrition is the other element to this. One without the other really is like having a great car with no gas.
Exactly.
So, Lauren, tell us about some of the nutritional benefits and also some of the things people can do as they're trying to rebuild.
Definitely. So, people in general, people in recovery are typically really depleted in a lot of nutrients and minerals. So obviously starting with what you're putting into your body is huge. It directly correlates with how you feel, your thought process. But I like to say to think simple, start with whole meals, whole foods. Simplicity, always read labels. You know, if you're eating almond butter, there should be one ingredient. It should be almonds.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that. They think, okay, I'm going to, here's natural peanut butter or almond butter, and there's all these different things inside of it that sugar or palm oil or something that's not considered whole. So I think a balanced meal would include a protein source, whether it's fish or poultry, plant-based options, quinoa, tofu, chickpeas, including a lot of dark leafy greens and vegetables. You can find them, they can be fresh, they can be frozen, you can steam them, you can saute them with a little bit of coconut oil, olive oil, add some of your favorite seasonings, include a clean carbohydrate like sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are excellent in digestion and helping you with skin and adding those essential nutrients that you may be depleted in. Another great option, adding avocado or a healthy fat source to your meal gives you kind of a complete balanced meal. So don't overthink it. Creating your meals at home is definitely the best that you can do for your body and typically for your bank account. Yes. So being mindful of just focusing on simple whole ingredients. And there's a lot of resources now out online that can help with meal planning, different snack options like smoothies. My dad and I love smoothies.
Yes.
It's a great way to kind of start your day. Even if you can get really cheap blenders these days. So like finding something and just starting your day off with a smoothie. And if you don't like spinach, throw spinach in there with some banana and you don't taste the spinach anymore. And it's another way to get those nutrients kind of tricking your brain into taste like banana, but there's also some spinach in there.
She's done that to me, by the way.
Sorry, I use dates as the big sneak.
Yes, and dates, that's an excellent source because a lot of people in addiction and people in general struggle with sugar cravings.
Yes.
So that's a huge thing. And my dad brought up something really cool to me on the way here is that, which I always forget, alcohol is, what is it? Alcohol.
It converts the sugar into blood.
Sugar.
That's what it is.
People that are in recovery they're not drinking anymore, their body's telling them I'm craving sugar, so they tend to eat a lot of simple carbohydrates, which as we know are not good. It increases your chance of diabetes. It's just a very unhealthful thing to all these sweet drinks and sweet things. So they need a good alternative.
Right, and dates is a great option. And processed sugar causes inflammation. Inflammation is the root cause to any disease and really any illness, creates mucus. And so by taking yourself, moderating your processed sugar intake, there's a difference between processed sugar and eating a banana. Right. Bananas are actually really good for you. They can help, curb your appetite. They're loaded with minerals that can help you from not overeating. And things like dates, I love dates too. And kind of, another snack option would be like almond butter toast with banana, raw honey, and some cinnamon. So it kind of satisfies that sweet craving.
I'm just hungry.
I know. Sounds great.
I could talk about food all day long.
Now, you mentioned a really good point, though, about preparing at home is the best option. A lot of people find that they're trying to go to the quick, easy route. And as we all know, when you're getting a nutritious grocery cart, usually it's much smaller and much more expensive versus lots of packaging and big things and cheap. There is that fine line, though. Someone coming in, just starting their life over again, may have some of the challenges financially, et cetera. What are some ways that they can really engage in healthier eating and really have to stretch that dollar as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone's trying to budget, whether you're in a family or by yourself. I mean, budgeting is a huge life skill that I think is really important, especially for people in general. So like my tips would be I have a couple. So you can buy a lot of even organic foods now at Walmart, at Costco, planning your meals out, writing them down, creating lists. So whether like focusing on what you're going to eat throughout the week. This is really important too because it can help you set goals and help you reach your goals. So by writing something down, you're more likely to accomplish something. Okay. So creating a list of what you want to make for the week and how you can kind of spread that can of chickpeas over 3 meals, or a sweet potato can create, 3 different meals. So meal planning is huge when focusing on a budget. There's also apps out now that you can go online at Publix or wherever you want to shop that will let you pick out your, and I wish I knew the name of it, but my mom's been using it a lot, and it really helps. You can see how much you're going to spend prior to getting to the cash register. So it tells you, say, I'm going to pick red peppers and fish or chicken or all these things. It gives you the amount beforehand. So say if your budget's $50 for that week and you saw that you spent $67, you can take something out of your cart. So regardless if you're not going to use that process, you can kind of be able to budget yourself that way.
That's a great idea.
Maybe stay away from all those things that say BOGO, BOGO, BOGO.
Yeah.
Say, I need 7 of these.
Yes.
Whatever it is, I'm sure I need it.
And yes, exactly. So, and frozen vegetables are a great way that you're not getting, they don't lack any nutrients. So they usually taste a little bit less powerful than fresh vegetables.
But they're less expensive, right?
But they're a lot less expensive. So yeah, it's a great alternative, and you're still going to get the minerals from the vegetables.
And workout tip, they make great ice bags.
Yeah, they do.
Old
They
Golden
do.
Peas, man, that was a jam.
Exactly.
Now, let's put the two together. So let's think of like a really good day, all right? And someone is starting their day. Let's take them through a day of, say, exercise, a day of nutrition, because now we can go back and forth. We got wonderful information coming out of here. Let's put this together for someone maybe watching today and saying, hey, how do I actually do this? Because this is great.
Sure. Let me start with just a shake, because this is what I do sometimes.
How about he explains a healthy day and I explain a
No.
Might be differing opinion.
But everyone's different, so
Right.
it's really finding what works for you.
Yeah. But I like, so sometimes I'm rushed in the morning and I want to get something nutritious. So I like to use almond milk with two scoops of protein powder, either almond butter, peanut butter. You can throw a banana in there, like Lauren said, some cinnamon, and maybe some raw oats. Guess what? You blend that up, a little bit of ice. It tastes fantastic. It's about 50 grams of protein. It's got carbohydrates. There's very little sugar in it. You can put a little bit of honey in, which is another good sugar, and you're off to the races. You're off to start your day.
Fantastic.
So
Okay,
then-
you ate it, but now we got what about our?
Yeah, but we'll talk about like a lunch.
A huge thing for me is water hydration. Starting your day with water. It cleanses your liver, it oxygenates your cells, and you're more likely to start your day, continuing your day on a healthy path by drinking a lot of water in the morning. If you're not a water person, add some watermelon or some fresh fruit to it. And then like exercise, I like to exercise first thing in the morning, gets it out of the way, whether it's going for a walk, going for a run, doing an at-home exercise. That way it's like I'm already like setting myself up for success for the rest of my day. I have high energy levels. I already feel better about myself because I have accomplished something. So I think getting your workout, if that fits with your schedule, in the mornings, and then following it with definitely a smoothie or something.
Well, on that note,
nutrient dense.
if you can exercise in the morning, that's a great way of increasing your metabolism for the whole day. It's hard to do for some people, to get up at 6 or 7 or 8. But if you can do it, your chances of burning calories throughout the day is going to increase just by doing that simple thing.
Now, I've also heard that doing some more weight-based training, like in the evenings, keeps that metabolic burn kind of continuing through the evening. Just the way the different,
Yeah, that's true.
And it sounds like that's the goal, to kind of keep everything just moving and water, keep it
Moving,
lubricated and
Right.
running.
Right.
Well, so on what you said before earlier, that's a good point. If you can get up and do some type of cardiovascular thing in the morning, could be a walk, could be a run, and then, as you said, eat good throughout the day. Don't skip meals. Hydrate yourself. And then, early evening, if you can do some type of a weight training, a resistance training, and and stimulate your musculoskeletal system, that's a great day. And trying not to eat too late, obviously, because you don't need to eat at 12 o'clock at night. I think that's a really good way of not only for people in recovery, for people that aren't in recovery as well.
These are tips that are good for anybody and everyone by creating the healthy lifestyle. And you said a good point, eating something that helps in weight loss and just kicking sugar cravings is eating smaller meals throughout the day.
Yes.
So.
Yep.
Now I have a question. I was going for like the great day, and that sounds like a great day. All right, let's throw in the challenges of daily life, work, and all kinds of different barriers. You see clients. What are some of the biggest barriers people give you, and what are the solutions you offer them?
Okay, number one thing that I see, I think, Lauren, you'll agree with this, they skip breakfast, and it's not good. I don't recommend it because you're immediately, first off, you're probably going to be dehydrated because they're not drinking water either. They're skipping a meal, and they're going to be hungrier come lunchtime. And when you're hungry, you don't typically make the best meal choices. That's when fast food is the devil, Burger King and Taco Bell's and these things.
Or going to the grocery store hungry is a horrible idea.
Right after work, right? Before dinner.
Right. Yeah, and you're like eating in the aisles. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
so
good.
and a lot of people in early recovery, and just a lot of other people also just they skip breakfast, and it's really one of the most important meals of the day.
But let's talk about too the long-term benefit of that. As your health improves, your other costs of living go down. Your health
Absolutely.
improves. You're not going to be seeing as many doctors. You're not going to be. So I'm just curious, maybe some information you know about that, or some data you've heard that supports. Hey, this is a lifestyle choice, but this is not only good for your body, and it's good for your long-term everything.
Yes, you make up a great point. The more you spend on yourself in that regard, like by eating well and with a gym membership or taking care of yourself, you're definitely going to spend less money on all the poor physical ailments that come from lack of exercise, poor eating habits. I mean, you're talking about cardiovascular disease, diabetes, cancer, premature death. These are all very serious things.
And the common cold. I mean, by eating consistently healthy, your chances of getting the flu, because you're gonna have a stronger immune system, are much less likely.
Right, and when you have the flu, you can't work, so you're missing work. You're not doing the things that you need to do. You can't take care of your family.
Right. So the consequences are not only yours, but others around you.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
That's incredible. So, all right, in this area, so I know you're visiting from California, but very similar sort of lifestyles. All right, it's sunny, it's warm, it's so out there it's a little smoky, here it's a little rainy. It's just. But that being said, we happen to live in an environment where taking advantage of the outside, we can say, hey, go take a walk on the beach. All right, I'm going. There it is.
It's right across the street.
Yeah,
Exactly. How about for those? Because folks are watching us all over the place, and what are some suggestions you have for folks that may not have access to the outdoors or what have you as readily available as we do?
Okay.
YouTube now has so many at-home exercises. You can get a very solid workout in your home, whether you have kids, babies. There's a lot of outlets out there that are free that you can log into and watch, and you can easily get a very well-rounded workout at home.
Correct.
I've done it. Helps with when you're rushing for work, or you just need there's 20-minute HIIT exercises. There's lots of different outlets they're utilizing furniture and things that can be found in any household.
Yes, and the exercise bands, I'm sure you've seen those.
Yeah.
People can travel with those.
Yeah.
Light dumbbells, there's exercise.
Very inexpensive bands.
Modalities that you can use at home take with you, vacations. They should, if you go on a vacation or you travel, it's not an excuse to not exercise.
Right.
No matter where you are.
Especially if you're adventurous. Get out and see where you're going.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
Take a walk. Check it out. You're there for a reason.
I
not
agree.
just to sit in a room. So now I also have a question, and I'm thinking, is your role as a chiropractor, you probably see, form is so important in exercise, but also going through that, just your regular day. How can people improve their physicalness in the workplace? Because posture is an issue, and over-sitting is an issue, and all this. What are some things that people can do? Because that affects overall health too.
Absolutely. Well, the good thing about exercise, like for example, a squat or a deadlift or a pull-up, these types of exercises strengthen your spine and increase or help your posture. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a bad, some doctors will say, don't squat, it's bad for your back, or don't deadlift, and that's actually than the contrary. If you're doing proper form, it's good for that. So, again, we're back to the same thing. Exercise is gonna increase your chances of having good posture. It's gonna increase the musculoskeletal system, the whole, the bones, the joints, the ligaments, the tendons. It's just a healthy thing for that.
And if you're native, for example, if you're an 8-hour in front of a monitor kind of job kind of thing, what are some things someone could do during that day to maybe break that cycle? So, because that's just bad habit waiting to happen.
Take breaks,
I was
and
just gonna say
stretch. I mean, you're more likely to be more efficient in work if you're taking breaks, and your breaks can include stretching, doing some jumping jacks, sit-ups,
moving,
move
taking
something.
a walk around the building, do something, and that's really important. I've seen a lot of people now, because desk chairs can be such an issue with people's posture and back problems. A lot of people are getting those big medicine balls So they're sitting there on their computer and they're like, you know, they're moving around, and it helps like their core by being stabilized in the medicine ball. So like I saw that. And
I've seen that.
Good.
Okay, I'm going to add, this is going on the same thing. Got to snack throughout the day, right? So tell us about some healthy snacking.
That can be,
got that.
Actually, I just wanted to think about snacking, so, you know.
Snacking can be a huge problem, especially if you're sitting, if I'm like sitting watching TV or on my computer, I want to be like crunching on something. It's best to be crunching on something that's not going to make you feel bad or make you lose energy or make you gain weight. So whether you're a snacker or not, you can even create small meals. Instead of, if you're not a snacking type person, have a small meal, whether it's like sweet potatoes. Another good snack would be hummus with raw vegetables, celery, cucumber. Have some guacamole, that's good fats, good energy sources. Having something as a snack that has fat in it, you're more inclined to having sustained energy throughout the day. It's more satisfying. By including those raw cucumbers or carrots, you have that like satisfaction of crunching and chewing, and it, which are low in calories.
It's not a potato chip, right?
Not a potato chip, yes.
I'm hungry again.
And fruit too. Don't be scared of fruit. Fruit's can be really good for you. A lot of people are scared.
Why would you, I mean, I love fruit. Why would people be?
They think sugar's bad. You know, not all sugar is bad. Fruit can be really beneficial in hydration, like watermelon. It's summertime. There's amazing watermelon out there.
It's a natural sugar.
It's a natural sugar. It's 90% water. So you're hydrating. It's really good for your skin. It's good for your digestive system. Melons, bananas, all good things. It's really good to try to group fruits together and not mix them. Just your body and your digestive system is easier to recognize, and they're digested a lot easier.
Repeat that again, though. Don't mix fruit.
Try not to. Like, so for a snack, if you're gonna have a banana, have a banana.
Okay.
If you're gonna have a watermelon, eat a watermelon. Try not to mix like pineapples and all these other fruits.
So those giant fruit salads you see at everything might not be the best approach.
Not the best, and also it can be more expensive to buy the giant fruit bowls versus buying just a melon.
That's true.
Buying the things individually, and then
That's a win-win. You save a few coins, and it's better for your tummy.
That's why a lot of times people will feel bloated after they eat those fruit bowls, is because they're mixing all the different fruits. And
Interesting. So we had a question come from online, and I think we touched a little bit on it, but maybe we can dig more into it because it's very important. And in both of your experience, how can quality nutrition and exercise decrease depression and anxiety?
Okay, so that goes back to what we were talking about earlier, the benefit of exercise from the brain perspective. So you're talking about increasing the ability of the brain to manufacture and sustain these feel-good neurotransmitters that fight or combat anxiety, depression. And lack of exercise actually increases those. Addiction increases those, anxiety, depression. And by eating properly and by exercising, you're increasing the brain's chances of making that. You're rewiring the brain. So in short, eating properly and correctly, and not skipping meals and exercising is going to increase the neurotransmitters in your brain, the feel-good neurotransmitters.
Now, that's first of all the brain science. What about for like low self-esteem, self-image, and those types of things?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that is a huge issue. Every day, everyone experiences some sort of body image issues, and so I think this is all beneficial if you're consistent. Consistency is huge, and being able to create those healthy habits, create a healthy lifestyle. And when you work out, it's inevitable when you start to see those changes. You feel better about yourself, you feel more confident. Right. And also just self-discipline by focusing on and being able to like reprogram your thoughts in your mind. You're inevitably going to feel stronger and feel better about yourself.
Accomplishment.
Yeah, and you said something nice too about, and it's as macro as make a meal plan, but making a plan of all plans is a good idea.
Setting goals, writing them down.
Right. So for example, like, boy, that Jupiter donut I had was awesome. But, swap that
Let's
out.
not make it a plan.
Let's make it a plan.
Yes.
Have
exactly.
banana.
Right.
it's
And if
right
you
there.
do have that donut, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't like.
I'm not.
Don't beat yourself. A lot of people are, and me included. They're like, oh, I just ruined my whole day because I had a pastry. Like, no, you didn't. You deserved it. You worked out hard.
Yeah.
And
it's delicious.
Moderation and balance.
But it's but it's also making that because it's quick. It's like soft, fluffy things are easy to go for, right? And then you go, but taking that pause. All right, because I love bananas. They're awesome. I love fruit.
Right.
Take that pause. Take that time. You're making an intentional choice. And that's important too.
Right, and thinking like you're not only feeding your body, you are feeding your mind, because what you're putting into your body directly reflects on, like my dad was saying, the neurotransmitters and the actions, and whether you eat healthy and all the fogginess, it's directly correlated with your thought process, and food is a huge part of that.
Right, and like that old saying, you are what you eat.
Right.
If you eat, tacos and donuts every day, it's probably not going to be the best outcome.
Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Again. But something really important here too. Father-daughter, right?
Yes.
Family influence.
Yeah.
One of the things that is a huge part of any family that engages is getting the positive influence both ways. Mm-hmm. So families that do exercise together, that share meals and nutritious meals together. Mm-hmm. These establish good habits in the family.
Correct.
And can establish good habits for life as well.
Exactly.
Yes.
So doing those things together, and think of folks that are maybe coming to recovery, they're not maybe around their nuclear family, if you will, but they're creating new groups. So working out, finding someone to go work out with.
That's a huge point. Having a support system, finding that buddy that's going to hold you accountable, and vice versa, can be really successful in anyone's
very good point.
recovery.
Very good point.
And it makes it more fun. It's like you get to work out with your friends. Like, what are we going to do today?
Yeah.
This watermelons alone is good, but hey, it's great to share.
Yes, exactly. Food's meant to be shared.
That's right. So tell us a little bit about, we have just a few minutes left here. First of all, this is incredible information, and we can't emphasize enough how important this is. Tell us about the work you're doing. You're in California. Maybe something about your environment out there. Are you seeing different patterns or different things that are maybe might be relevant to what the work we're doing here, from one sunny area to another sunny area? But are there any differences you're seeing with the clients you're seeing, et cetera?
Not so much. A lot of people are just really misinformed, I think, on what healthy is. And people overthink it, and I think that it's a really common theme that it is very simple. And by creating simple meals, creating goals, writing them down, making sure that you see those goals every day, and I think body image is probably more of an issue out there, and it's interesting just because I think there's more people in the spotlight. It's California, you have to look a certain way, and I think it's really important to find something that's going to bring you self-love, and really making that your number one focus is like, why are you starting this sober journey or health journey, whatever it may be? What is your main reason? And it should all be because you're trying to love yourself more, and you are developing this new relationship with yourself. So starting it somewhere, whether it's dancing around in your room and eating that watermelon in the morning, like starting somewhere, it's going to make you feel really powerful to be set on those health goals.
Watermelon dance.
Watermelon dance.
YouTube, I'm seeing something viral happen. It won't be good. And on the extra, you have some wonderful things happening here, not only here, right here on campus, but you're getting your facility up and going. We touched a base on it a little bit. We were weeks away then.
Yes.
On the doorstep now.
So, long story short, it's called Basis Medical, and it's going to be a physical therapy, physical medicine practice, but next to it, it's going to be a fitness center, and we're going to really focus on people in early recovery, getting them stronger, getting them together, and getting them more healthy physically.
And it's great too because we have so many people that are starting their journey now. We call it the first steps, and to be able to have an environment to step into and get the support they need, and the resources and the facilities. I think people really do need to understand that this environment is wonderful for any aspect of your life.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And he's undermining it. It is such a beautiful, happy place that, no, not even that though. There's so many things that we want to do within the community, in the sober community, glow-in-the-dark yoga, CrossFit competitions, running groups, meditation, sound healing. It's going to be a very, so many different variety things that are going to offer healthy adventures.
Yeah. I think you got the audience here with Gloga.
I mean, right? Who doesn't want to do that, right?
Yeah.
And watermelon dance.
Watermelon dancing, Gloga.
Create my own watermelon dance.
Don't.
You say that.
No, but first of all, I think this is a conversation hopefully we can revisit again. You can Skype in from out west and all that
That's
stuff.
right.
But I think this is one of those things where maybe we find and we can focus on very specific things, like bring some exercises for a day. People can see it and show it.
I think
Great
that's a
idea.
good idea.
Keeping that conversation going, I think, is very important. But certainly for our audience out there, wherever they are, learning about the self, what they put into their bodies, what they do with their bodies is so very important. So, Dr. Phil Schwerin, Lauren Schwerin, doctor yet? No, working
No,
on that.
I'm a health coach. But
Okay,
that's
working on
fine.
it. All right. So, I'll make sure I would call doctor. But it is always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Micah.
Thank you for joining
Yes,
us.
thank you. It's
Thank
fun.
you, everybody out there. Go out and do something now. It's early afternoon. Ditch work. It's Friday. Go get healthy.
Right.
We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.